This is the opening class with Concento. The goal of this tournament in Den Bosch was to ride both horses in an opening class and prepare them for the bigger classes. Concento would go the Saturday big class, 155 with jump off, and Vertigo, the Grand Slam Grand Prix on Sunday. So I just wanted to have a nice and relaxed round with both horses on the first day to get them ready. And as you can see, now for example, Concento was quite relaxed and not really focused on that fence. And I left him a little bit alone and he just had a rail. But out of his relaxation and being naturally a little bit tense, because he is a little bit like that, he was a little bit unfocused and had the rail down. So all these small details are very important to prepare a horse for the important goal, which every horse should have during the competition week. I always like to plan one class per horse should be a good class. And now I have to say that I was pretty happy with his first class because we never jumped indoors. So it was a good class to start. And now I think we are ready to do the big class on Saturday. That was my plan. So it was a good jumping, looking to the side already where I was going, and then poof, a little bit out of concentration. This is Vertigo's first class, his opening class, 145 on Friday, to prepare him for the really big challenge on Sunday, the Grand Slam Grand Prix. I tried to make a also nice, relaxed, smoothie round with a good rhythm, just to bring him back to the indoor season, because we have been jumping already outside in Vilamora, and now we are back inside indoors. So he's not a spooky horse at all, but anyway, we just need to get used to that, especially in a different atmosphere, with no real public, just what you can see behind, a kind of fake public, very nice looking, and easier for the horses because they don't need to get unconcentrated with the noise of the public. They can be more concentrated by themselves and by the course. So as you can see, it's been a really nice, smoothie round with Vertigo. He's jumping fresh, and I was really happy with him on the first day. We jumped fence by fence, preparing our next competition. That was the goal, and the goal has been achieved, with both horses on the first day. And riding with a smile is always good. Thank you, Vertigo. So this was the big class on Saturday, the 155 with Concento. There was a challenge for us once we never been jumping indoors, and I don't have so many 155 classes with him. He's still getting experience in this level. And we are also in a phase where we're still not there yet with the bit, where it fits in perfectly. So it was a good challenge and we went for it, very positive and confident. Let's see what we can do. The time was short, so I had to turn short to number 3, keep going in the 4 strikes, and now a little bit forwards to that combination. But he mastered pretty well. And that was a little bit difficult for me because he's not a straight horse and it's always difficult to turn him on the right, especially on the left, as you could see. It was not so easy that turn, and he jumped a little bit long in front with his front legs. Did a beautiful jump coming out of the combination. I went a little bit for the time, letting fall a little bit on my shoulders there on that turn on the right side, and ended jumping the whole line a little bit too much to the right. So I need to keep him a little bit more straight the next time. Again, I went for the time. What is not easy on the left, always the turns. I kind of went a little bit deep on that combination. There was a really 6 short strikes where we did it very well, and then going forwards on the 3 for the last fence. And yes, we were clear, and I was very pleased with him in his first big class ever on an indoor show. He did it pretty well. And now we are getting ready for the jump off, and we will see what's gonna happen. Sometimes he jumps a little bit with his loose front legs, but it's a little bit his way of jumping. He has so much potential and so much scope that he can master that pretty well. So now we are getting ready for the jump off, and we want to go for it. As you see, he's not really super straight horse. It's not so easy to ride and manage that, but we are getting better. So that's gonna go, keep galloping. I didn't have my first distance, so I added one more strike and I had to push him a little bit. So it was not a perfect ride. I ended a little bit going too much out on that turn. Now to prepare my turn to the left, and he saw a fence in front of him and he thought, oh, I had to take that fence. That one is in front of me. I don't want to go left. I think my rider didn't give me the right guidance, and I just want to keep jumping, and that's what he did. So as you can see, again, in slow motion, they're going to show, I jump at the oxtra, which I was already going to the left, but he was not focused on me because I didn't really give him the right guidance to go in the left, and he just took the fence and mastered really in acrobatic way pretty well that combination. Wow, it's amazing. Not so many horses can do it, and if I would train that at home, it would never worked out so well like it did there. Yes, the Grand Prix day, Vertigo. He was just feeling so good and jumping so well. Oh, you could see I lost a little bit my balance there. Why? Because I did one number short in my stirrups on that day for the Grand Prix to get even more balance, and I lost a bit my balance, as you could see there on the turn. But he is such a nice horse, and he's so smooth and so easy to ride that it was no problem for him. It did not disturb him at all. Great. Now we kept going for the time because the time was a bit short, but we need now to prepare the combination to come slow in. Now I stayed inside to do the 7 strikes, with other people did 8. And I choose to jump the vertical on the left. We had an option there, left or right. So we kept galloping and, countering to get a good time, and prepared the big vertical, which a lot of mistakes were done there. The 4 strikes going forwards, and now really 6 strikes, very short, to prepare the last double vertical. That was a big challenge. Yes, we got it. He was great. It was such a good feeling. Yes, my big boy, I love you. Thank you. He's so nice. He gives you such a good feeling. I'm so grateful for my horses and what I've been learning with them. Yeah, there was really now fighting, to go through the last fence and clear that for clearing the Grand Slam of Hertogenbosch. Jump off is there. Let's gonna go for it. Give all you can. That was my goal. And we went for it, already doing 5 strides on the first line, really going for it. Very concentrated, very connected. Yes. Now I could have gone a little bit faster there, but I wanted to go a little bit slow in the combination because he jumps always huge forwards, and he got a little bit me out of balance. I got my reins a little bit short. Oh, sorry, a bit long, and I lost him a little bit on that turn. Yes, because my reins were so long, so I thought I lost time, but I had to go. I saw the first distance and I just went, and I lost my connection. I completely messed up the last fence. Why? Because out of not doing the last 2 turns perfectly, I thought I had to go for the time. I saw that distance from far away, and I just went, but not with my horse connected. I just went with no head. You see there, he got me a little bit out of balance, and there I had no connection and just went for the first distance, and I even stayed behind with my body. So that's the perfect jump, as you can see, the perfect body expression. There was still, again, the perfect control and connection, and we are very happy with our Grand Prix results. We are clear round on the first round. And then being grateful, yes, with power. But that was not a good end. Look where I'm looking down. I'm twisting my body and I say, oh my God, yes, I did this mistake. Everything I did perfectly on the first round, on that Rolex jump, I did not my best on the jump off. And then being, in a way, 6th position, the Grand Slam of Hertogenbosch, Rolex Grand Prix. And we keep going and learning. Thank you so much for being with us and watching us. And we learn from every round we do with our horses. Thank you, my boys, Vertigo and Conchento. I love you too.